Aye, Norman, you coming out to play?
Just a minute, Alec. Timmy's down to her bed. I've seen up the stairs with a bottle.
Oh, it's a call next. It's a next for a bottle.
It's a half bottle, really. Timmy likes in a Glenfiddich in her bed.
Oh, she likes a Glenfiddich in her bed, does she? Oh, well, one thing would be an improvement in you, Norman.
I'll go and get my pass signed.
Yeah, next.
Aye, as long as I'm back for Tuesday.
We'll hear what Albert Hall, Norman.
I was reading somewhere Frank Sinatra was here not long ago.
No, Norman, that was the other Albert Hall.
Oh, there's another in, is there? What's SQ for?
They're been frisked for drink, Norman.
Quite right, too.
No, Andy, have you got a bottle on you?
No.
Oh, well, you better out again. You ken the rules by this time. If you haven't got a bottle, you're not getting in.
There's no concessions for senior citizens.
No, Norman, you're not allowed in here unless accompanied by a 10-year-old.
Band that is.
Aye, very good. And I believe they've got Robin Galloway for their company.
But why did the committee bother getting him?
Well, if you take Robin Galloway's company in, you get the band a lot cheaper.
Ah. Well, I didn't see Robin Galloway.
Well, I must have surely lashed out and paid the extra.
Well, it was fairly worth it. Hey, you see Willie Smith fiddling away there? For that technique, it's all on the wrist. Never used his elbow at that.
No wonder. He's to save his elbow for the Glen gets that.
Nancy Patterson dancing.
Oh, aye.
You ain't a fancy for Nancy.
I've seen the name on her.
Well, I will say, Nancy's real left on her feet.
Good, her feet's the only left thing about her nowadays.
Have you got your pass out, lads?
Oh, no.
Well, if you're coming back in, you'll need your pass out.
What does your stump say, Alec?
Defence Egg Grading Station, June 1944, Grade 2.
It's a funny thing to use for a pass out for a dance.
Well, but it doesn't matter if it says, Norman, as long as somebody knows what it means.
Oh, I suppose that would be right. Oh, as long as everybody's graded the same, like. Every time I find out Hogmanay, Alec, the best part is I somewhere else. It's never for I am.
Well, it's bound to be somewhere else, Norman. When he birthday doesn't hear you at it after a flying start. Is that a Christmas tree in the middle of the road?
That's near a Christmas tree. That's a bobby.
Well, that's terrible, that. A bobby flashing and in the middle of the road.
He should lock himself up for that.
I'll tell you something else, Norman. That's near your bobby. That's near Louis Buchan. That's an in a boat comer.
Halt! Who goes there? Friend or foe?
What's that he said?
He's speaking in Gaelic.
I say again, friend or foe?
He's asking if it's friend or foe.
Well, I know Ken, we've never met the man.
Say friend.
Friend, but near a close friend.
Advance friend and be recognised.
But why would you recognise us? You didn't even ken us.
If I you on the wine, what you doing standing in the middle of the road?
I am a police officer and I'm directing the traffic. But here, it's no you that's asking the questions, it's me. Explain yourselves. What are you doing out at 11:30 in Hogmanay next in Auchterturra? That is very suspicious behaviour. I'm trained to notice their things. You're in the hands of the professionals here, pal.
It had on Louis Buchan's or constable. What are you? I've never seen you before.
I'm Louis' replacement. Louis has been posted. Because last Hogmanay...
Again? Oh, Louis was drunk.
Drunk in charge of a village. And if there's one thing the chief constable no put up with, it's a policeman that can't have had his drink. So Louis has been posted to Gardenstown.
Hogmanay and Gardenstown. You wouldn't wish that in your worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that in Graham Stoonis.
Well, I've been sent up for Kirkcaldy to take a grip of this place.
But what's this flashing lights about? Louis Buchan never wore flashing lights.
For what I hear, Louis was often lit up but never by electricity. So this equipment is in perfect working order. In fact, everything in the police station was in perfect working order. I did think Louis liked that modern technology. In fact, his pencil and notebook is in tip-top condition. I've never seen a pencil with such a sharp point. And as for his notebook, completely blank, except for one mystery telephone number.
What number would that be?
999. Do you ken whose number that might be? I've been dialing it all day and it's engaged.
Come on, Alec. You can have been Auchterturra.
Well, I ken all the faces and I ken all the names, but I've enough a bad memory for numbers.
Well, we'd better let you get on.
Aye, we'd better not had you back for directing the traffic. I mean, you could be in for a busy time. The school bus is due on Tuesday, the week after next.
I wouldn't bother, Rover. That's near Christmas tree. Father will ging now, Alec.
We'll hear what it's Sharney Dubdon, and I think we'll just ging in there. In fact, I can hear the music. That's surely the Dominie showing off again.
The een that did it last time, can I do it now?
No, Leonard. I think you must have learnt that from the boys in primary 5.
No, the girls in primary 4.
Oh, no, Leonard. Come on, Karen. Karen's gone to give us the drunken piper. Karen went to the Royal Academy of Music.
Is that right? For how long was she there, like?
4 years.
4 years to learn to play the drunken piper. I suppose we'd better ging in, done, eh? After all, it is open house again.
Well, I hadn't been invited.
Well, of course you hadn't been invited. It wouldn't be an open house if you had to be invited.
I didn't like gate crashing.
Oh, Norman, you can't get cash in an open house.
I didn't like going from nae welcome.
Oh, you'd better not say that, Norman, or you'd never go to your own house.
Feels I'm nae welcome there either. Pass I in there anyway.
What is a hell mixed in amongst the folk, Norman? Go, there's Glatt folk, there's Riney folk, and there's been Charlie Allen's house. There's a lot of media folk.
Media folk? Far's media? I've been to Glatt, I've never been to media.
Hello there, pal. And what do you think you're doing? Are you aware that under Auchterturra bylaws section 14C is an offence to keep through folks' window without a licence? Have you got a licence?
Yeah, I've got a driving licence and a wireless licence.
We nae got a TV licence, Alec.
No, I ain't got a TV licence, Norman. Mind you, the TV seems to work fine on the wireless licence.
And what about you, pal?
I've got a dog licence, and we haven't got a dog. So you could say that licence is God's spare.
So we've got a driving licence, a wireless licence and a dog licence. And none of them qualify you to look through folks' windows without the permission of the householder. And that is a fact. You never ken what folk might be doing. They could be throwing their clays off and indulging in lewd and libidinous practices of a provocative and sensual nature, which, if perpetrated in a public place, could constitute an offence. Get out the road.
What's that few lads making all that noise?
Surely you recognise that lad's Norman. That's a bucket thistle in midfield. See the land of the end there? See if he's doing his fit.
Aye.
He tried that in a Huntley goalie last week and got sent off.
Mechty me.
Huh? You could have nearly man.
How are you go? Well, look how Matt lad's never had a bath in his life.
I'd been 10 and ease as I the smile they been. I'd rather run for here to burst with peas and beef machine. I'd rather die for one breath and pine for one to love. And it's all because McFarlane married Susie. The Susie's cankered feather, my mind would never agree. And off at Arkin or the gate, he'd turn his dog at me. So I said, my friend McFarlane, in to see and take a day. McFarlane, all the spots over me booty. Ah, dinner line, McFarlane, it's safe enough to stay. As long as we cast a shadow out of 6 foot gaze. He soft and hardy goblin, and suddenly had a skate. McFarlane, all the spots over me boozy. McFarlane, never like do a diddle. Oh, the tea thing's nae particularly sweet, but love's the only power on earth that ever got me grief. It's like it's a shell blames in your heart instead of in your feet, and it's aggravated with a sick to Susie. The friend and kind philosophers, you ken what I do tell. Development to the middleman, but do the what you sell. Or I'll bet my most second year a day in the market. I send acid Jock McFarlane into Susie. I did a line McFarlane, it's so heat but it's true. A pewter spoon was tending Jock McFarlane's mood. He couldn't have big grummer, subs his broad dude with a skimmer. McFarlane, all the spots open me boozy. McFarlane, all the spots open me boozy. McFarlane.
Aye, Colin, just the usual.
No bother, boys.
What are you doing then, Colin? Busy the act?
Not busy at all. It's awful quiet for Hogmanay. I just hope things will pick up a bit after closing time as usual.
Well, here's to 1993.
Well, I hope it's better than 1992. This recession has just about crippled the licence trade.
Aye, I can see that, Colin.
Ah, but it's my happy hour, you see.
For the next?
No, for the whole year. I just hope I'll still be in business next, Hogmanay, to have another happy hour. Because you see, boys, things is not good in this trade. In a time of recession, in a very rural and remote area like ours, the pubs and hotels are amongst the first to suffer. Our crofters, shepherds and gamekeepers, even the wealthy in our community like the Bobby and the Minister, have very little money to spend. And I've been losing money every day for several years, although I've tried every trick in the trade to try and make a profit. With my ready, welcoming smile, a hail fellow well met, and a wee bit of sleight of hand, I can now take 45 naps out of a standard bottle of whiskey. And not even the customs and excise would notice it. And still I'm losing money. But here's a wee tip for you boys in case you're planning to come into the industry. I'm not a greedy man. Look, here's the measure for the malts. Look, all you do is, it's all done by displacement. You see, just leave a bit of your thumb inside the measure when you're pouring. It's no very hygienic, but very effective, and the whiskey will kill most of the bacteria in it. And still I'm losing money. Now, using North Sea gas connected directly to my beer kegs here, I can now serve a pint that is mostly froth, but is more hallucinogenic than the real thing. And still I'm losing money. After a wee bit of mechanical alteration to the family planning machine in the gents' toilet, it now fires the coins through a hole in the wall at the back of the machine, down a series of chutes and into a bag in reception. And you know this, boys, 95% of my customers, bless them, are still too charming and shy to admit they never got a packet. And still I'm losing money. But you know this, boys, in the midst of my financial troubles, this is a great source of amusement to me, to see them coming out of the gents, faces all red with frustration, knuckles bruised from hammering the machine. They'll gaze across at the object of their desire waiting for them in the lounge. And sometimes, do you know, overcome with emotion, they'll come up to the bar and ask me for change of a fiver and go back for a second shot. And still I'm losing money. And talking about money, boys, your round came to $7.95.
$7.95 for 12 whiskies and water.
And still he's losing money. Yes, my friends, I like to think that Jesus would have enjoyed an Auchterturra, Hogmanay, after a day with saw and plane, because imagine, if you will, that he was an apprentice, and they would serve his time with what he gave the joiner down in Market Square there. After the day's dark, he went off to the Glick at Stark for a few pints with the lads, John and James and Doubting Thomas. Doubting Thomas, who never could decide if he was going to hear an export or a lager. Yes, you see, my friends, Nazareth was a wee bit like Auchterturra. It didn't need electricity either. However, unlike Auchterturra, it did hay inside waterways. And it also had a sense of community, of neighbourliness, that kind of mutual self-support, which is so characteristic of your one-horse dude at the back and beyond.
Hello there, pal. Where are you going?
None of your business. I won't stop harassing folk. You're nae in Kirkcaldy now, which maybe a police state Auchterturra, isn't it?
I've caught you again. Your conduct here is contrary to the Road Traffic Act Miscellaneous Provisions, Auchterturra 1889, in that you are in charge of a vehicle, namely a bicycle, with nae brakes, nae lights, 2 defective tyres, and a bell that doesn't work.
Why'd you gain that?
It's my bike.
Well, far's Alex's bike?
I had it towed a wall. It was causing an obstruction to innocent and, in many cases, paralytic pedestrians. You were about to take my bike. I have caught you in flagrante delictu.
Oh, name here your Kirkcaldy garlic.
Caught in the act of pitting your leg out.
I have gained here the hill trail. I've grazed the long park new. My berlies they have scattered, and idle stands my clue. I'm left here with my memories, scythe tapped nor swingle tree, and my horses was on hollow the things that used to be. I have pictures, aye, and dozens, though they barely fancy names. There's some hanging in the parlour, done up in gilded frames, but there's one that hangs among them. It's my favourite of them all, just a deuce of fashion photo, the old folks on the wall. I've a pentin' old Loch Lomond, I've burns at the blue, some red deer on the hillside, and the greys at Waterloo. There's a moonrise in the gloaming, or some old historic hall, but somehow my eye wanders to the old folks on the wall. I still see the Clydesdale swinging as they clatter up the close. The single men with bonnets off come in to get their bros. The Carlow's lonely skirling May in the moor at evens far. Oh, the memories crowding when I see the old folks on the wall. I still hear my mother scolding when we tore our beds of clays. I still feel the almonds belt yet when we set the hill ablaze. But the long, long years have passed now since they both worked in our war. I reveal that treasure, oh, the old folks on the wall. It's just a deuce old-fashioned photo, the old folks on the wall.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. Look at old Watty. He greets when he hears you singing that.
He's just a little soft lump.
Never, never. He's a music lover. Next to me, it's been nearly midnight.
Well, Norman, I do this time to do our party piece. But far's a Domini, eh? Because we can't make a start without him.
He's nae here yet. He's maybe nae coming, and we want to hate the deed.
God, speak of the devil, Norman.
A happy new year, Norman. Alec. Well, are we all set?
Oh, I don't fancy singing. I don't ken my words.
Come on, Norman. Let's just make a caramel out, man.
Well.
Well, are you enjoying yourself? I'll soon put a stop to that.
Oh, nae that old joke again.
Surely Robbie's been working at Butlins this year.
3 cheers again, offer well. Will, Norman, Alec, and the Domini please take the floor?
The midnight bells have rung, a new year dawns in the northeast.
And hope it springs eternal in the Auchterturra breast. Here's hoping that this year the world gets better if it can. Here's hoping Salmon Rushdie gings his holidays to Iran. Here's hoping Mr. Major's time to quaff a buckley jars. It's only him and me that wears my sark inside our drawers. Here's hoping he gives Hazeltine a job to make him proud.
Like Minister of Transport, far U-turns are nae allowed. Oh, cheery folk, beery folk, gartly folk and geary folk, folk fin you put Sligo fin you macher and you dear. Cults folk, cooter folk, absolutely cooter folk, they are the folk in Scotland, here's a very good new year.
Here's hoping that in Fedba this year things start looking up, and Peterhead or Devonvale knock Rangers out of the cup.
Here's hoping that the Prince of Wales keeps up his royal chin.
Fa else is stuck without a job till their mother packs it in. Here's hoping there's an Auchterturra soap on Channel 4.
And to play the part of the catchy dame, they fly Madonna hour.
Here's hoping hotel bedrooms get a more exciting look.
And instead of Gideon's Bible, they provide Madonna's book.
Here's hoping that Bill Clinton can achieve Jack Kennedy's fame.
He may be no Jack Kennedy, but his hobbies are the same.
Here's hoping David Miller gives his hair a better comb.
He might sign on for Chelsea
while he scores away from home. Oh, cheery folk, weary folk, Gaza folk and deary folk. Folk fen you with Sligo, fen you macker and you dear. Cults folk, cutter folk, absolutely putter folk. They are the folk in Scotland, here's a very good new year. The folk of Auchterturra wish you a good new year.
And what a debt I owe also to my elders, particularly at communion time, to Bertie Willocks, the grocer who provides the wine. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say it was weak, the wine that we get for Bertie, but you know the parable of our Lord turning the water into wine? Well, miracle of miracles, Bertie regularly turns the wine into water. As for the other part of the sacrament, the loaf, well, we get that from Sam Kennedy, the baker, of course. Well, he usually gives this loaf, but it does rather depend on what he's got left in the shop when he closes on a Saturday afternoon. Last communion, I got a dough right. And the wife, the lady of the manse, got a bit of chocolate sponge. Well, she does not like chocolate sponge. So she had to do a swap with Frida Cooper, the butcher's wife, who'd got a meringue. Well, that was all bad enough, but the communion before that was even worse. The baker was away on his holidays, so we had to go to the Italian ice cream shoppy, Capaldi's, and he got his wafers. So I wish you one and all a very happy and blessed new year. And do feel free at this time to move about the kirk and offer your own felicitations and greetings. Oh, well, please yourself. I didn't care about you, but I certainly propose bringing in the new year in the appropriate fashion.
There once was a group of wild tearaways come roaring up through 5-0. Their leader's name was Dave. They were heading for a rave in a park half a mile outside O'Reilly. They'd come biking o'er the moor at 100 mile an hour on their way to the rave up at Riley. The leader of the gang, his hair was dark and lang. I wouldn't say he looked like a monkey, oh, but one fewer chromosome and the trees would be his home. There were hunters near like him that nicked at Riley, Fit a racket, fit a din, and the locals all joined in. Joe Bruce thought Dave, the leader, would be friendly, oh. Jock said, says jockey, gaze your crack. Dave was quick to answer back. The cracker pot would knock out half O'Reilly, oh. 'Cause they come biking o'er the moor at 100 mile an hour on their way to the rave up at Riley, oh. And o'er a man, Jim Watt, thought he'd try a suppy pot, and then we got on the reef of the bottle. The steamer come to grief, smoking reefers on the reef. He fell off and nearly ended up in casualty, oh. But his luck was in indeed, 'cause he landed on his head so he didna do himself ony injury, oh. Dod Strachan make folk sick, passing round the cinnamon stick. He'd kept in the attic since the 40s, oh. 20 folk got high, eating steak and mushroom pie. The mushrooms is magic out at Riley, oh. Now earlier this year, folk flew in from far and near to a rave at the Rolling Stones at Wembley, oh. Mick Jagger did his tricks, God, he even split his bricks. But Wembley wasn't half as good as Riley, oh. Aye, Mick Jagger did his tricks, God, he even split his bricks. But Wembley wasn't near as good as Riley, oh. Aye, the rave they had done there was a Sunday school affair, compared with a rave up here at Riley, oh.
Wonderful that can be. When it be for me. Hello, who's there? This is Auchterturra 213.
Hi there, it's me. How are things in Auchterturra? In the post office across the square, is there still the Thursday morning queue of old folk who cash their pensions there?
Things have changed in Auchterturra. We've got rural deprivation here, and the post office that once you prized has been rationalised and it was closed last year.
Is the chemist always open, any hour of night or day?
We haven't had a chemist since last May, and both my quines are in the family way.
Is John Wilson still the doctor?
Well, we hinna got a doctor now, and the surgery's a craft shop run by an Englishman with a great big plum in his mouth.
And the bank, the trusty Clydesdale?
Gone.
What? That's a sin. So what do people keep their money in?
Well, abody has to hae a biscuit tin.
Things have changed in Auchterturra, but does the train still wind its way, leaving Riney just on 9 o'clock and reaching Auchterturra by midday?
There's nae trains to Auchterturra. Dr. Beeching fairly saw to that. So you really need a motor car to travel far, because the buses have, here's the laughing hour, been enough an hour.
And the hospital?
Converted into 30 timeshare flats. It was bulldozed, leaving just the vestibule. On the very day the council closed the school.
Rural services are going,
And the powers that be dinna seem to care. The phone is all that's left to go.
Hello, hello. Auchterturra? Are you there?
Come on, Angela. It's your shotty.
My shotty?
Aye, it's your turn to do a party piece.
But I didn't know. Nobody told me.
I'm telling you no.
Oh, well, if you insist. I did play Hamlet at school. I could do my soliloquy.
Well, that's fine. What do you want to do it with?
No.
Oh, fit a pity. That's the bell. We haven't time for it. That's our first fit.
Oh, how exciting. It's wonderful being part of these primitive rituals. I do love these old Scottish customs. They're so old, aren't they?
Happy New Year to you, Constable.
Oh, a policeman for a first boot. Well, he should be tall, dark and handsome.
Nothing out of 3, failed on all counts.
A very happy New Year to you all. That's just by the by. I've to take you all up to the hall. I've just had the news on my walkie-talkie that the regional convener, Councillor Swick, is on his way to make a very special announcement.
How about you'll hear your New Year before you again, Constable?
No. Never while on duty. Unless it's a single malt.
Good. You'll have a wee one.
No. I'll hear a large one. Now, there's more news coming through. It seems the councillor is getting closer. The official car has just come through passport control at Knaithman.
McNamee be another half an hour yet.
A halo or if he takes a shortcut?
So, you've plenty of time to do your party piece like everybody else.
Aye, join in. Then be so miserable.
No chance, pal. That's no my line of business. No. Police Regulations Section 47, subsection C says a policeman whilst on duty should refrain from singing, humming, whistling, yodeling, tap, clog, Cossack, Morris, disco or dirty dancing.
So, have you been a bobby?
No. I used to work in Dundee. I worked on Captain Scott's ship, the Discovery. I used to advise the tourists and take the money. Then I got a job on the Tay Road brig, advising motorists to cross by the railway brig. Aye, the first day. And I used to take their money. And then I became a Dundee district councillor. I just took the money.
Oh, come on. This is Auchterturra. It's Hogmanay the Necht. You're in a duty-free area. You must be able to do something. Recite, sing. Oh, for Ronnie favour. When are you going to let you off?
That's right. We are the masters now.
Well, I just ken the one song. It's a bothy ballad cried, Nicky Tom.
Oh, mercy, that's my favourite.
Oh, when I was only 10-year-old, I left the village squeal. My father feed me to the mains to earn my milk and meal. From first I put on my narrow breeks to hog my spinel drums, and buckled round my knobbing knees a pair of Nicky Toms.
Oh, for goodness sake, what's all that about? I couldn't make out a word. Oh, is that Gaelic?
If that was Gaelic, I'd be getting a grant.
It's just... we find it very difficult to understand what people are saying in Scotland. We can't even understand Eddie Mair and Jackie Bird.
Oh, don't worry what it all means. I'll explain it to you as we go along. In fact, you've just got to imagine the policeman as a young poet singing of his life and roots in a primitive agricultural community. Oh. Shall we begin again?
Really? When I was only 10-year-old, I left the village squeal.
The poet regrets that he did not have the benefits of comprehensive education.
My father feed me to the mains to earn my milk and meal.
The poet's father launches him on a career in agriculture.
Van first I put on my narrow breeks to cut my spinel drums.
For his working clothes, the poet favours a pair of designer jeans.
And buckled round my knobbing knees a pair of Nicky Toms.
And in the interests of hygiene, hitches them up round the lower part of the leg below the knee. Thus, with a piece of suitable material purchased perhaps from Austin Reed or the bracelet department of Ratner's.
I'm quilting Bonnie Annie New Rob Thompson's catchy dame.
The poet becomes aware of his awakening sexuality.
She is 5 and 40 and I am but 17.
The poet speaks of his Oedipus complex.
She clapped some muggle piece to me with different kind of jams.
The relationship brings to his diet a welcome supplement of glucose, vitamin C, and carbohydrate.
I really turns her on fit I put on my Nicky Tom.
Evidence here of the garment's erotic properties.
So when we get wed and get to our bed, we'll never talk off our clies. I'll keep on my Nicky Toms and she'll keep on our stays. I had a good neck shirt of a pair of new Jim Jobs. You'll never get your pyjamas off if you're wearing Nicky Toms.
The poet and his inamorata evolve an infallible method of contraception.
Oh, you gotta get your pyjamas off if you're wearing Nicky Toms. Right then, you lot, up to the hall to hear the convener's speech. I'll await the Glicket Stirk, round up the minister and the rest of the village.
All right, let the dog see the rabbit.
Straight through, Mr. Convener. Never mind about that.
Why do I not get a buzzy?
Nah, you're not getting a body search. Obdy kens a kunstler would never travel without the hip flask. Through you go.
All right, dagger. There's no need to give away our secrets. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a big night for Auchterturra. The sands of time has run out for the old year. It has came to the end of its journey. It has hit its shotty. It has shot its bolt. And now we are standing at the crossroads, waiting on the threshold of a new year, for which a few short moments ago the starting pistol gave the green light for which. Now, my friends, I have come here straight from a working high tea with 2 or 3 heat bombers for the Scottish office. And after a full and frank discussion and exchange of views, we reached a consensus that the sausage and egg was fine, but the scones was a bit stale. Now, me being here in Act is an example of hands-on government at its best. Here am I, the regional convener, taking the time, trouble, and 12 quid attendance money. Come out here, in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's near the middle, it's much further out than that. But that's what I'm here about, because it's just come up on the Brussels computer that Auchterturra is the most isolated, remote, and backward community in the whole of Europe. That's right. And that includes Glasgow. But that's what I'm here about, because it's because of that that Auchterturra has qualified for a remote area subsidy. Now, you are ken what set aside is. You ken what it means. It means that Jockey Bruce at Tully gets paid a fortune for growing a field of jobby nettles. Well, under this new set of subsidies, the whole of Auchterturra is being set aside. So everybody that bides in the village is being paid a fortune for doing nothing. Oh yes, all public services are being restored and the school will have to close. It will be fully staffed and serviced. But never the kind of inspector that came to the school last week. I don't know if one of you met him, but this boy, something to do with the primary school testing, he came straight into the classroom, and he says to Wheelo in the front, "You there," he says, "give me a number between 10 and 100. And the wee boy says, 72. The inspector writes the blackboard, 27. Turns round, looking for some reaction, no reaction. So he says to the wee girlie beside him, "You give me a number." And she says, 83. So he writes up on the blackboard, 38. Still no reaction. So he goes to loan at the back of the class, the very top of the class, and he says to him, "You give me a number." And he says, 55. Yeah. 55, he says. See if we can make a nurse of that in. Ladies and gentlemen, that small boy was very like Auchterturra. Nothing much to tell him, nothing to look at, but nae to be mucked about. A good new year to you all. It's hard to believe it's another new year.
It's hard to believe we're in 93.
And looking ahead if there's anything clear.
Auchterturra is the place to be.
It's the place to be in 1993.
Our village, Auchterturra,
although it is expanding,
it's hardly Edinburgh.
It's littler than Lunfannin.
Never nae hassle and never nae sweat. Never nae payment of the poll tax yet. Never nae streets with double yellow lines. Never nae wardens and never nae fines. In a classic cruise, this front page news, and a funeral is a big event. On a moonlit night, your next just next, see a fat red running His